And we are here again. Most of the time between videos, I kind of stand up, make some exercises, because otherwise my back starts to hurt. I'm 40 years old, by the way. Exactly today is my birthday. It's the 1st of December. So today is the 1st of December 2021, and it's my birthday. And I'm 40 years old. Yeah. What have I done for 40 years? You have to ask yourself at some point, what have I done for 40 years? If you are 40 years old, of course. If you're not, why you should ask this question, you know? But I am, so yeah. First we will try to do this part like this. Second, maybe we will try it other way, but we'll see. Because this part is a little bit more difficult, because we have those kind of 4 holes in here. Let's extract, accept, Control-Shift-Click again, del hidden like always, go to the lowest zero mesher and zero mesh. Then let's try to move it exactly into position. Where will be the position? We'll see. But we'll move it into position. And then, I don't know. Then it will be hard. But we have to do it. Basically, we don't have the choice. We don't have the choice, man. We just have to do it. And make sure this front part here is sharp and it's a little bit curvy. Exactly this one here. This. Come on, where is my... Okay. A little bit curvy. So don't make it flat. Make it a little bit curvy like this front part. And then this sharp angle and this also sharp. Okay? Because if you make it soft in here and soft in here, it will not look like an armor. So also here curvy, but we'll make it. And then sharp here. And we have a little bit of interesting. And here we'll have an opening. But it will be black. We will not have eyes in there. It's kind of black in our concept. So we are looking at the concept and we are making it. Okay. Let's get back to our thing. I will flatten it with high polish brush. Alright. And I will try to make it as straight as possible, the top part. But I have something in mind. If I cannot do it by hand to make it straight as possible, I will do it by other means. I will do it the same way we did the horse's hooves, the bottom of the horse legs, to make it absolutely flat. So yeah, I have some aces in my sleeve, we may say, for that. Okay, this is looking fine. Let me see the topology. Okay, it's not good. Let's zero mesh again. Alright, now we can work with that. We can work with that. We need very, very interesting now. This will be one of the parts which will be also difficult. Not as difficult as the horse's dress or cloth or whatever. But it's kind of difficult too. So yeah, let me just see, because the distance between this front part and this part is very small here. In my case, it's very big. I don't know why. Let me see. I will increase the size of this and just put my model here to see what am I doing wrong now. The horse is okay. The horns are... Where are the horns? Okay. Kinda. Maybe perspective off. Yeah, so basically we have to do them a little bit like this, and I'm not sure this is exactly the right position of the dragon, but it's almost kind of there. Yeah, our armor is a little bit more, a little bit bigger than it should be probably. Hopefully I'm not mistaken here, because if you put your model a little bit differently, and you will get problems. and now I could get some problems, but let's see. I think we are in the right path here. We always have to do this kind of things just to make sure our model is almost like the concept, and it seemed that my model was a little bit off here, exactly in this front position, and it's obviously is a bit wrong. So I'll move also the 3D sketch a bit inward because we don't need it there. I will flatten it even a bit, and then I'll select this new one and try to move it into position, and this is looking fine. Let's put this a little bit up. Yeah, I'm just taking the chance to put everything in a better position than it was. Hopefully this will work, but even if it doesn't work, I'm okay. So the 3D sketch will go down. This will go a little bit more down like this. And yeah, it will not be exactly perfect match with our concept, obviously. But I think now it's a little bit better. Although it looks bad. It doesn't look super nice. But we have most of the parts, which is very nice. Yeah, this is already the body of the dragon, the real body. We can use it also, so we'll see. Okay, these I need to fix, because here you see how it is. It shouldn't be like this. It should be smooth form, as I told you. You shouldn't have like going like this. It should be, everything should be smooth from every angle. So make sure it is. From the back here, smooth. Maybe it's too much, like I will probably go and move it a bit, but also smooth. All the time, smooth. Smooth forever, every time. Alright, moving, flattening, selecting this, moving it up. Selecting the bottom thing, which is this, moving it up, moving it here. All right, it's we're getting somewhere, probably. This smooth here, because I fixed it from the side view, and now I have to go through all the views, like 3/4 view, and front view, and back view, and even upper view from here. I have to make sure everything is smooth, all the lines are kind of nice, and yeah, this can take a little bit of time, but time is what we have. I think we have time, because yeah, if this course is like 45 or 50 videos, the important part is to give you something, to give you some practice, to give you some advices. Even if you don't get exactly what I'm doing at some point in ZBrush, because I think I'm explaining, but sometimes maybe I don't explain that much. I don't explain, especially when I'm doing something which is obvious. I'm just fixing here and there this, and you should always do that. You should always kind of adjust your things, not leaving them as they were in the beginning. Everything should be as good as it can be. And this will be visible, by the way. Everybody, when they see your work, they will say, okay, this guy kind of is making it work. He's doing a great job. It's just visible. And if you are just putting some things and saying, okay, it's enough, let's show it to people, it will be visible also. They will say, this guy hasn't put too much effort in that. And yeah, the likes will be according to that, and your presentation, you know, and when people are searching for somebody to make model for them for a freelance, they will just look at your work and say, this guy's, he's not doing it very well. And that's why, by the way, these days, when I'm uploading something to ArtStation, for example, I try always to make it as good as possible before I upload it. Because, you know, especially when you have already a couple of followers, like 7,000 or something, you need to be careful. You don't need to upload everything you just do, you know. I'm doing here just the head for an hour, let's upload it. No, it's useless. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You have to not do it. That's a little bit different. Yes. So now let's try to make those lines. They will be difficult. Yes. But we have to do it. So there, let me just try to zero mesh again. Yeah, a little bit better. Let's try again. Okay, this is enough. So the thing is that we need to follow those lines. So we need 1, 2, 3, and one small in here somewhere. So what I will do is I will go to ZModeler brush. My ZModeler brush is very important. And I will make a polygroup. I will go to a polygroup on the polygon. And then I will just, with Alt, I will drag like this. And then the second one will be here, for example. And the third one will be here. I'm just trying with Alt. Okay, those will be there. No, I don't like them. They are a little bit not what I'm imagining. Although we can move them. So even if I draw them like this with Alt and just draw over the polygons, then I can basically try and make it work manually. Yeah, I know, sometimes you have to work manually. When I make it work, this will be a little bit problematic looking. There will be bumps and stuff because I'm just moving with my move brush, basic moving. I'm not doing anything fancy. And then I will just flatten it with the high polish brush and probably it should work. So that's my thought process. So the holes will be a little bit wider than they are now, than those markings that I did. And by the way, with Alt, we are doing, when we are on ZModeler brush, with Alt, we are marking. Now they are marked, but they are not different polygroup yet. They are just marked to be a different polygroup eventually. But we'll make them a different polygroup now. How? Just go to ZModeler, make sure you're on polygroup and just click. And there will be a different polygroup. Sometimes when you click, they can be the same polygroup because this polygroup is selected. So I can advise you, for example, let me show you. ZModeler brush, I select this group, and then when I click, it becomes the same group. But I don't want that. I want a different group. So I have to click and Alt, no, click and Alt a few times, and there will be another group. And I can then click, and this group will be selected. If I want to select another group and start clicking with it, I have to go here on the group, click and then shift and then unclick. And then I will be selecting this group and I can go and fix this. So yeah, this is, I'm telling you a little bit about selecting groups, and this is pretty useful at some kind of things. It's not mandatory for you to know it. It's just sometimes useful, I may say. And I use it just for the end of a model that I'm doing, the end of the low poly, because I'm doing my low polys in Blender, in ZBrush. I'm doing my low polys in ZBrush, which almost nobody is doing this, but I'm doing them manually. And if you want to know how, I have a video in my YouTube channel that you can watch just to see basically how I'm doing it. And in the other video, which is ZBrush Blender Substance Painter with the Captain Phoenix Super Fox, Then there I show exactly the process completely from beginning to the end of how I do a character in ZBrush, with the low poly in ZBrush, with the UVs in ZBrush. Then I fix the UVs a little bit in Blender. Then I fix the geometry also in Blender, because sometimes it gets a little bit problematic. But it's a little. I just fix it for 10 minutes. And then a little bit more time for the UVs. And then it's ready. And then I put it in Substance Painter and stuff like this. So it's a nice course. It's for beginners, because I kind of say everything you need to know about ZBrush, everything you need to know about Blender, everything you need to know about Substance Painter if you are a beginner. So if you're not beginner, probably it will be a little bit boring. But if you're a beginner or you want to refresh your knowledge, it's a good course, yeah. I'm realizing now, while I'm talking, that I'm advertising my own courses too much. But I used to not do that, because I haven't had that many courses. Now I have 7, and this is my 8th course, I think, for myself, because before that I was doing courses for other people, but now I'm doing them for myself. And I can advertise them because I know how much time I put in each of those courses, how much effort, how much practice before that. And yeah, I know that they can be useful for most people. Now, when we have this, and those holes are kinda straight, those holes are basically, they have to be straight, otherwise it will not be looking nice, because it's a metal and they should be kinda straight. Okay, not like this, you know, this will be bad, but yeah, whatever, it's okay. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. Hopefully this will work. And what I'm gonna do is, even before I do this upper part here, I'm gonna extract this. So I'll go to the modeler brush. See here, the modeler brush in the top left. Now I'm going on a polygon, pressing space, extrude all polygons and extrude them inward. I will make it pretty thick. By the way, don't make the armors, flip it, don't make the armors very thin. It's not looking good, especially for the cartoon character. Make them thick, pretty thick. And you see, the thickness now is very good thickness. Maybe you will say, but this is impossible for the armor. Yeah, but this is a cartoon character. It's impossible also for a dragon to probably exist. Or riding a horse also is pretty impossible. Even if the dragon existed. And they cannot not exist. So, yeah, don't worry about the thickness. It's good to have a right thickness for the armors. And for the stylized, and especially for cartoon models, the thickness is a good thing. Alright, we did this. This is the thickness. And now I will extrude only these parts. So, let me wait for ZBrush a little bit. Thank you, ZBrush. Thank you for saving. You are our saver and stuff like this. Okay. And now we'll take the modeler brush, go here, extrude, polygroup all. So, what are we using here? Extrude. When I use extrude, I use a single poly sometimes, all polygons. Very rarely I use polyloop, and polygroup all I use. All those other things behind, all triangles, all quads, I don't use. So I use only single, all poly, polyloop, and polygroup all. So don't be afraid of all those things. Now we will use the polygroup all and just do this. That's why we did the polygroup, because we will do this. And this is it. Of course, it's not ready yet. We'll make it better, but for now, it's kind of done. Just for now. Okay, this is, by the way, very, very important to make it right. If you don't make it right, this part, the front part here, will look not very nice. Let's see our people, how they do it, my students. Okay, this guy hadn't made the lines, but overall, it looks kind of okay. He didn't make some of the parts because probably he was lazy, but he made the thing for the horse and he made it very well. The horse itself has very small hoofs, so we have to be careful. Also, the fingers and the nails of the dragon here are, you know, they have to be wider and bigger, not like me. So this is a mistake. But the horse overall, it's looking nice. The hair is looking good. The wings are looking fine. So yeah, this guy or girl, I'm not sure, has done great. Here we have something that I will pay attention for this. This is too big. This kind of a just little thing that he has to look from it. It's too big. Also, those are not correct size. So also they are 4 and then a little one. We need to make 3 and maybe 4, and the little one, which is in the concept, is like a dot. I prefer not to make it. Also, they are not the same. So this is long. This is the same length, but the width here is bigger and this is shorter. So we have to make them correct. The horse is looking, by the way, interesting. The hooves are nice. The dragon fingers are, I mean, the toes are nice. So this is kind of okay, but we have some issues. Okay, but with some issues. This is mine. And it's kind of good. Let's see. Yeah, the horse is nice. But when we make the pose, everything will came up better. So let's see this. Yeah, those are too big. The holes are too big. You can see that. And by the way, this is only the 3D sketch. This guy or girl hadn't made this thing that we're doing now. So it's the next phase is not here. So this is just the 3D sketch is very jagged. It's not looking good. So be careful about that. There is no pose on the horse, of course. Yes. But overall, they have done kind of a not bad job. I will try to do better. Better than myself even. We'll see. So this is starting to look awesome. No, it's okay. Just okay. So, bye for now and see you in the next video.